Well, hey guys, I'm in the woods again. It's early July, and I'm just gonna do some hiking today. Basically, scout out the area, and I thought maybe I'd show you guys what the forests look like in my region. So, so the forest roads here, the national forest roads, are just gravel, the good ones, and then some of them are just like you can see this. But obviously, there's a gate right there, so this isn't drivable. But that's a national forest gate. Those are all over too, and sometimes these little roads are open, sometimes they're closed. I don't know how it works. But so I'm in the Chequamegon-Nicolet National Forest of northern Wisconsin. It's the northern forest ecoregion, and I'm in the Eagle River Florence district right now. So I'll just show you guys what we got and what the forest looks like. So it's summer, it's July 3rd, and the plant life is grown up, the understory is grown up. So there's different regions you get on open hardwoods, and some of them are hilly and some of them are more flat, and then you transition to where it starts to get thicker, and the understory is significantly thicker as you get to lower elevation. And then if you get to like the bottom elevation where the rivers and creeks are, it gets really thick, and there's a lot of swamps and bogs, and conifers then grow in the lower elevations. So we'll just take a walk around here today and show you guys around. And I got my bow. I'll do a little bit of stump shooting here. It's fun to walk around with the bow. Well, let's get walking. Okay, so here's the first little area. Anytime there's open sun, the ferns and the small plants, not trees, but like small plants, grow up pretty high. It's waist high and sometimes even higher. And you can see the field here, or the opening. Yeah, walking through this stuff isn't too bad. It's tough. You can't see your feet at all. You can't hardly see the ground, so you don't know what you're walking on or what you're stepping on. But it's not like, at least you can walk in an upright position, and you can walk in a straight line. So that's why I say it's not so bad. This is what the ground looks like when you walk in front of you in this stuff. So now I've only taken 10 steps past that, and I'm into some serious conifers. It's really thick. You can see the branches all grow out. I'm on a little trail here, but it's so overgrown. It's going to be hard to walk upright now. So now I'm in more of a hardwood area. It's not exactly what I would call open hardwoods. Some places are a lot more open, And when I say open and thick, and I'm referring to basically the understory, where the body is. So there's lots of little trees growing. You can see the ferns and the small plants are pretty low. They're only knee height. And there's a lot of bare ground where there's nothing. This is very nice to walk through, getting areas like this. When you're planning your routes off trail, I always try to stick to the high ground. So this is more of the open hardwoods, what I call it. It's pretty nice. You can see it's pretty undisturbed by man. I mean, the Forest Service logs the National Forest, but other than like a periodic operation, there's really nothing else being disturbed besides a random person passing through. So there's just debris, right? It's a whole mixture of standing live trees, standing dead trees, down trees, branches and brush. It's just a big mixture of everything. Lots of bugs, lots of birds. Birds are always making noise. Woodpecker I can hear right now. For the animals, the number one thing that people see is the white-tailed deer. And then besides that, we have turkey are pretty common, and American black bear too. And those are the main big ones. There's a lot of coyotes, there's wolves, there's bobcats, there's porcupines, possum, raccoon, skunk. And then the waters have like beaver and otter and muskrat. But you don't see hardly any of those ever. I've never seen most of those. You see deer, you see turkey, and there are bear in the area. You see bear sign. Now that I mentioned the black bear, I got a story for you. Just 2 days ago, I was up in the woods at our family property, and I was walking around on our trails that we have, and all of a sudden I was walking to like a T, and straight across the road, the trail, 25 yards away, 25 to 30 yards away, there was a black bear broadside walking. He hadn't seen me yet, and his head was up and he was kind of sniffing. So I don't know if he was sniffing, smelling the air or smelling the plant in front of him, but he was smelling. And it was just like that, like just walking, do, and then bear right in front of me, broadside. It was an adult bear. There was ferns growing up to almost the waist, and his shoulders and head were over the ferns. You know, maybe not quite up to the waist, but it was an adult black bear. So I don't have a lot of experience with them. I don't really know what to do. So I immediately just like yelled at it, like, "Hey, get out of here! What are you doing here?" And it reacted and instantly ran away. Like it was gone in a snap, like I couldn't see it anymore. And then I kept yelling, and I grabbed a big stick and I started banging on the tree. And I even barked like a dog, like woo 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 woo, because I know they hunt them with dogs up here. So the bears know dogs chasing them. And I just had my bow. I always walk around with the bow nowadays. So I dropped my little blunt arrow tip, and I grabbed I grabbed one of the sharp broadheads, you know, just in case. But I don't have bear spray, and I didn't have any firearm. But it immediately reacted and ran away, and everything was fine. That was pretty cool. That's pretty rare to walk into a bear, but it's certainly a possibility. There is a significant non-zero chance. Yeah, and that was in the evening a few days ago. So that was pretty cool, a little bear encounter. Of course, I didn't have anything on film, and I didn't even have time to think. It was just immediately, there's a bear, and I know that I need to scare it away. And that's what I did. And it ran, and it behaved as we wanted it to. Fear of human is real. Every animal basically in the whole forest is afraid of each other. As far as I know, they all run away from everything. Unless it's a predator and he's actively hunting something. But it just seems like every large animal tries to stay away from every other large animal, including me. So here I have the ferns growing up higher again, right? And there's a little bit of space in the sky with that open line of sight to the forest floor really lets those ferns grow up. And right behind me here is the open hardwoods I've been walking through, right? And it looks different. But here's the ferns are growing up, and there's a big opening because I can see space through it, and I can see distant trees that are in full sun. So I know it's a big opening with no trees because the sun's hitting the trees so well. So let's walk up and see what that opening looks like. There's ducks. It's a pond. So this is a little pond. I'm gonna try to be quiet here because I think there's 5 ducks in this pond. I tried to sneak up on them, but they must have been alerted because they went to the far side, and now they're like I don't know what you would call it, like still. They like bedded in the reeds and the tall grass, and like stop swimming around. So I think they know something's here, but they don't know. I didn't spook them enough for them to take off. There's no way you'd be able to see them on the camera right now. They're so camouflaged. I can pick out the brown bodies of them, most of them, but they're so camouflaged, and if you don't move, you can't be seen basically in the woods. And this is the end of the line for the old logging road. The gate's closed. obviously because it's super overgrown. This is not used anymore. I don't know why they still put it on some of the maps, but I don't know if they reopen the road, if they come back into the area to log, you know, like every 50 years or whatever they do. But this is the end of the line. It's a big, I thought it was like a big turnaround, but it's actually pretty steep uphill here. So it's not like you could have drove around in here really. But who knows what it was for. So that's gonna be it for the video, guys. I'm heading back out the way I came in. This is what northern Wisconsin forest looks like. Some people call it big timber. I've heard that term, but it's just forested region. All sorts of different little areas. We got hardwoods, we got conifer trees, we got lots of animals, lots of birds, lots of water, rivers, creeks. Just tons of diversity, just incredibly diverse, incredibly unpopulated. There's very little people that live up here. There's a lot of vacationing up here, but even then, it's not disturbing the forests. There's just so much forest. There's so many places where you can find undisturbed. So thanks for watching, guys. If you liked the video, hit the like button. Please consider subscribing to my channel. I make a video about once a month, getting outdoors, doing what I can. I'm really enjoying it. I'm learning so much. I spend a couple weeks researching and learning, and then I go out and try some of the things I learned about and make improvements to my gear and my pack and what I carry and what I leave behind. So if you're into that sort of stuff, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Did you hear all those birds going wild? I was wondering what was going on up here. Turned the camera on as I was walking, and I saw a big bird flutter fly away from the forest floor, like a hawk or an eagle, probably a hawk, I think is my guess, but I didn't get a good look at it. But I saw a big bird fly away, and then all of a sudden all the other birds quieted down. I figured there was something preying on them, like a predator in the area, and they were all sounding the alarm, but I couldn't come up with what kind of predator. It's like a bobcat? What would it be? I kind of forgot about birds of prey. Yeah, there's a bird of prey up here, and they were all going nuts. That was cool.